All right, how's it going, everybody? Millennials lead the way. We are making a video that I should have made. Well, I was supposed to make this video a while ago, and I did make the video. I ended up deleting it because um, I forgot why I deleted it. But um, screw it, bro. We're making it now. All right, hey, listen. So before we start on this video, I just want to kind of tell you guys um, my mindset around preparation. And because I don't want you to kind of confuse me with a doomsday prepper. I don't believe in the whole doomsday bullshit, right? That's Hollywood propaganda. That's just not realistic in the environment and society that we live in today. I get it. There's a bunch of people on the internet that just kind of repeat everything that they've been told, and there's no really thought process that goes into what it is they're talking about, right? So when you hear people say, oh, Rome fell, America will too. Oh, yeah. Okay, bro. Okay. Cool. That's cool. 30 years from now, when you're eating out of a fucking trash can because you think the world's gonna end, you let me know how it works out. Okay, so we're not prepping for a doomsday scenario. We're prepping for the in between, right? Kind of like a 2020 type of environment, right? That initial push. Except for this time, what if it lasts a little longer, right? What if it's a little more severe? Okay, that's what we kind of prep for, right? And ultimately, we prepare so we don't have to get ready, right? You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If during 2020 you found yourself waiting in a grocery line, you failed. If you're a married guy and you have children and you don't have any of this stuff I'm about to talk about, you are a failure. And if you honestly believe that there are men out here that's going to feel sorry for you because your daughter is starving during hard times, you are completely delusional. Okay? So, it's in your best interest to be prepared now, right, for some type of natural disaster, rather than depending on someone or something to have mercy on you or to come to your aid. Okay? This goes hand in hand with being financially stable. Finances are good up to a point where the majority is starting to panic, right? Last but not least, being prepared will potentially stop you from doing something stupid. Okay? And I don't know if I talk about this later on. Yeah, I will. So I'll kind of touch on that, right? And that's basically number 3. Okay? Because a lot of y'all get stupid when you get desperate. So, all right, screw it, man. Let's get into it. All right, so some of the stuff I'm going to talk about is some of the stuff that I personally do. You're not required to mimic me. Maybe you already got something going. Maybe you're this fucking John Wick Special Forces Delta operator that's gone through SEER school 8 different times and you know everything there is to know. Okay, this is for the average NP fucking C out there that doesn't know shit about nothing, and you just so happen to come across my video, right? You just so happen to come across this video. Your attention span is a little longer than the average NPC. This is for you. Okay? So, the first thing you need to prepare with is food. These list of items is something I used. It's the Patriot food storage. They come in these nice little boxes. You can store it up to 20 years. The food kind of tastes good, right? I've tried a couple of them. Now, these prices probably are not the same. This is the price that I pulled, I want to say, right before the election. So, we already know what time it is, right? We already know a lot of y'all start acting dumb during elections, and these companies are going to fucking empty your pockets. It is what it is. I got mine a couple years ago, and it was only like $300, bro. You know, so, and I got the 6 month storage plan. So, for single Thundercats, right, like myself, it's just you. You know, if you did the 3 months, even the 2 week can probably get you by, right? It's just one box. Throw that shit in your closet. Nobody knows the difference. They don't even know what it is. I got the 6 month supply because, you know, you never know, right? What can happen. Plus, this could kind of deter somebody from doing something stupid, right? So let's say things do get rough out here, and I do get one of you fucking Looney Tunes that come up here and, you know, I perceive you to be a real problem. Maybe I give you something and send you on your way, right? And then the next time you come here, I split your wig. So, I don't know. But I will say, for you married guys, right? You need to get that 6 month to a year package, bro, because you got family, okay? And, you know, we know how it goes, right? Your spouse may determine you ain't the alpha no more. She takes half of the kit, and, you know, while you're out hunting, she's gone. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you got family, bro, you should always grab more food, okay? That should be a no-brainer. Whenever you get the food, man, perform a taste test and make sure that it's somewhat good, man. It ain't got to be a fucking 5-course meal, but it gets the job done, man. Okay. This is a very important one, man. You need to rehearse the roles, right, on when to use it. Right. This isn't I'm hungry, and instead of paying for bill, instead of going to buy groceries, I'm gonna just bust into this. All right. So you gotta rehearse this stuff, man. The only thing that you should be grabbing is snacks to kind of ration as well, and those can kind of be rotated out, okay? Those obviously cannot be stored for a long time. You just kind of rotate those out, all right? If I'm missing something, feel free to put it in the comment section, or forever hold your peace. Either way is fine. All right, number 2, water storage. So this is something that I'll honestly say I kind of been slacking in the department. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have a plan for water, but it's always good to have water, man, because see, listen, you can go without food, bro. It's gonna suck, but you can go without food. You cannot go without water, especially for some of you John Wick wannabes out here on YouTube, thinking you're just gonna go throw your night vision on and just start assaulting different positions, right? You're gonna need water, okay? You're gonna need it. So find a way to store it, and yeah, I mean, I think this is common sense. I don't think there's much to be said about it. This is kind of what I found on YouTube or on Amazon that I use to help store water. Now, again, water is for drinking. It's not for brushing your fucking teeth. It's not for washing your hair. It's not for using the restroom. It is solely for drinking, right? And maybe you use it to help you cook. Other than that, that's it, bro. All right, because water can easily become scarce. Easily. and you mess around and get a stomach virus because of it, it's over. So have a plan to store as much of it as possible. This is just the beginning phase. Obviously, there's tricks you can do with your bathtub, your sinks, okay? But you want to have that initial set just in case. Case in point, in my city, and almost every fucking city I've lived in, there's been something has happened with the water where no one can drink it, and you can kind of see it coming from the faucet, bro. Like, it's brown. You hold it up to the sun, it's just yellow. It got a bunch of shit floating in it. That's no bueno, bro. Okay. So that, again, right? These short term emergency plans where it's like, hey man, something's going on. I need to replace it for now. This is a good opportunity until the water goes back to normal. Right? And you're just using it to cook with at that point. Have means to purify the water. Okay? This could be a filter, iodine tablets. If you have other ways to do it, go ahead and throw it in the comment section. And once again, man, rehearse what it's for, man. Right? If you're a single Thundercat, I would think, and if you're honestly doing this stuff, I would think when is a good time to use the water and what's not a good time. But for you married guys, you probably gonna have to fight with your spouse on they should be able to do whatever they want with the water. That's for you to figure out. Nonetheless, rehearsals need to be done. All right, utilities, man. To be honest, some of this is vital. The rest of it is luxury. Okay. Obviously, you need to have a means of light. So I kind of got these two because this is a good source of light that can be spaced out throughout your home. Okay, it's not too bright and it's not too dim. It's bright enough to where you can get stuff done, and it doesn't give off that large of a signature to where, like, you might have some of these fucking Looney Tunes out here that see a light going on in there, and they start to move on. They want to see. So it's one of these like string lights. Again, you can kind of look this up on YouTube or on Amazon, and this is actually the light I used in Afghanistan. I would kind of outline it inside of our tent, and my squad just had like light. This way we didn't. This was better than turning on that cold ass gel light. Okay, so a fan. Hey man, if shit gets bad and electricity goes out, you want to have a fan, bro, right? We're going to kind of talk about the energy portion of it as well next up here, but again, this is kind of a pleasure, not necessary, but it's just something to help, right? Lighters, right? Always have a lighter, and you guys kind of know me. I kind of have all my stuff going into solar, so I need to be a way to recharge a lot of this stuff. And by the way, man, all this stuff should be energy efficient, right? I mean, if you search on Amazon, just make sure you put in energy efficient fan, lighting, lighters, whatever. Even the stove, right? Energy efficient, right? Does not take up a lot of energy just to operate it. This is an awesome stove, by the way, man. This thing gets hot insanely fast. And it cools off pretty fast as well, right? So, and then somewhere to use the restroom. Now, a lot of y'all are kind of sleeping on this, okay? But again, if shit gets dumb, you're not using water, bro. So this is something that a lot of people sleep on, but it's important, right? And you can make this. You don't have to buy this on Amazon. you can make it. But this one kind of comes with like the whole toilet seat and stuff, so it's already kind of done for you. I already said energy efficient, but other items to get is like tape. Get some medical supplies, right? This is the basics, right? This is Pepto-Bismol, Benadryl, NyQuil, Dayquil, eye drops, just the basics, bro. Like, and then if you got weak genes out here, you should have an extra supply of whatever type of medical stuff you need, right? So, and then some rope, right, to kind of help you secure stuff, and who knows, maybe even like fix stuff. So yeah, that's it for the utilities, man. If I missed anything, just throw it down there. All right, last but not least, man, energy, bro. Hey, listen, these companies now understand that more and more people are getting smarter. And because of that, they're starting to increase the prices on these bitches. Once again, this was not the price when I bought this. This was half the price when I first bought it. It is what it is, man. You know, as more and more people start to become aware and independent, right? They're probably going to increase it. Now, you don't even have to get this. You don't have to get what I get. Maybe you found something else, bro. Right? Maybe you're one of those fucking boomers, Gen Xers, that's like, oh, I got my gas generator, man. Okay. But some of the benefits when it comes to solar, okay? And when it comes to these wannabe John Wick, you know, I used to be in the Army. I was, you know, SF type of guys. If you're making a lot of noise, especially when everybody else is suffering, it's only a matter of time before people start to zero in on your spot. So if I'm a married guy out here and I'm a piece of shit that failed to plan, I'm going to hear your loud ass generator. And I'm going to come ask, can I get some of your supplies? You're probably going to tell me no. And then you're probably going to threaten me. And if you let me leave, I'm going to come back with more people. All right. So to kind of prevent all that, right? This one is extremely quiet. It don't make no noise. You can keep it inside your home because it doesn't have any fumes. You can recharge it with the sun. Now, some of y'all are saying, well, what if the sun goes out? Bro, we're all dead, okay? We are all going to die if the sun goes out. Good job, bro. You won. But, all right, we're going to keep it realistic. The sun will come out again. You can easily conceal this on top of your roof, right? Kind of hide the wire that leads up to the rooftop. Or if you have a house, right, you can put it in your backyard. This thing's constantly charging. Now, don't get me wrong. Does it have a large battery? Yes. Does it have external batteries that can help it charge longer? Yes. Those are about as expensive as this. I think they're about like $2,300 per external battery, bro. So the plan with this would be this thing should constantly be charging, and you guys cannot be using this for dumb shit. All right, that just goes to say, man. Yeah, like I said, the external power banks, they got them, but they cost half the price of this motherfucker right here. Another alternative is you can get more of these panels. It's just me, so I don't use a lot of energy. I don't plan on using a lot of energy. So anything I do use, I can replace it with this one solar panel. And obviously you want to go out and you want to test your equipment, run some checks on it, make sure that it works. Yeah, and like I said, man, again, maybe you got something else that you're using. Whatever, bro. As long as you're prepared, doesn't matter. But you don't have to use this. You can use something else. This is just what I personally use. right? Coming up in the Army, I'm not going to tell you to do something that I haven't done myself or I'm not currently doing. The only thing I'm not going to tell you what I'm currently doing is the type of weapon that I have, okay? I will never tell you what I have. I will never tell you any tactics, techniques, or procedures that I will use, all right? Because all that does is hurt myself. It doesn't even help you. It just hurts me. But having a weapon is obviously common sense, right? If you don't got a weapon, or you're one of these people out here that believe, oh, weapons hurt people. Okay, cool. All right, so let's kind of wrap this up, man. So remember, none of these are absolute. Ensure you have the important stuff first, and then you can get all the amenities. All right. Also, develop a plan on what you will take if you get blown out of your spot. Like I said earlier, you know, you're the only one in your community that for some reason decided to be prepared. Somebody figured out that you were prepared and they're like, hey man, can you give me some of your stuff? And you have a choice to make, right? You can say no, or you can say yeah. But I'm pretty sure whatever answer you give, you're probably gonna get the same outcome. Meaning they're gonna come back for more, and they might make you give them stuff, right? Especially if they're done raiding the Targets of the world, the Walmarts of the world, right? You're probably the next one. So if they end up pushing you out of your home, develop a plan on what stays and what goes with you. All right. You probably won't be able to leave in your car. Maybe you might. I don't know what your plan is. But I would definitely kind of invest in some sort of a rucksack and or a pack of some sort where you can carry maybe a little bit of the supplies, right? So you can get up out of there. All right, man. Lastly, we're gonna wrap it off with like a couple questions, four questions, right? What should you prepare for? I talked about this in the beginning. I prepare for natural disasters, uncertainties in the world, and for temporary dysfunction, not permanent dysfunction. I'm not preparing for a fucking Mad Max scenario. And you should not be prepared for a Mad Max scenario because you will not win. Nobody wins in that type of world. And if you're even associating with people that want that to happen, they will be the first person that will split your goddamn wig when shit goes bad. Okay? So if you got friends, if you got a spouse, if you got a girlfriend, if you got people always talking about the end of the world and shit, they're going to be the first person that betrays you. Because their plan was to take your shit from the start. Why should they prepare when you already got stuff? Okay? So, you're not preparing for the end of the world. You're preparing for a temporary, disruption until things get back together. Okay? Safety and security. Come up with a security plan, right? Like I said, having a weapon of some sort should be common sense. Okay? I don't care how good of an MMA fighter you are, you're not gonna beat 5.56 or 9mm. Sorry, bro. I don't care how tough you think you are. So, right, get you a gun or get you a weapon system. Put some rounds down range. Rehearse and establish roles and responsibilities. If you're a single Thundercat, go ahead and work a plan out on what you're going to do for each type of scenario, right? So, the third question is probably the most important one, right? Because because of how we prepare, right? Because we don't prepare for a Mad Max scenario, it means that at some point, everything's going to go back to normal. And because everything's going to go back to normal, you will be held accountable for your actions. Okay? Let me give you an example. If we experience another 2020, except this 2020 is a little more severe, right? You walk outside and people are dropping to their knees and they're done. Right? Grandma, out of here. As soon as grandma sees sunlight, she out of here. Boom. Right? Maybe the trees do something crazy to us. Maybe the ocean does something. Maybe the water becomes contaminated. I don't fucking know, man. Maybe a fucking volcano comes up right through California and just destroys a lot of shit in the surrounding states. I don't know. But what you do during that time will decide what happens to you once everything gets back to normal. So, if you just so happen to be the person that decides to take someone's life because you failed to prepare, and I'm talking to you married guys, right? You see, the single Thundercat, man, they're pretty easy to deal with. Good chances are they already got their shit together. Right? Not saying all of them do. But, I know a lot of single guys that got their stuff together. But for the married guys, I've seen a lot of y'all, and I've heard a lot of you talk about what you're going to do if something happens to your child. And I've ran, a couple of experiments, right? Just to kind of see people's answers. And I've always wondered why people get so violent when they perceive that their child's life is in danger. And some of y'all will tell me, oh man, you don't have a child. You could never understand. And that's where you're wrong, man. Because I see myself as a reasonable adult. And I'm fully aware of the consequences of my actions. This is how I've made it this far. But when I listen to a lot of these guys, I'm not going to put women in here because I don't really have any expectations of women. But I'm talking about you dudes, right? You men, married men, that think it's okay to take someone's life simply because your child is hungry. I had somebody arguing me up and down. I've had somebody even go out and say, hey man, if shit got rough, I'm just gonna start raiding people's homes. And I'm gonna delete their whole family and take their stuff. And I'm like, and in the back of my head, I'm like, that's unfortunate. And I'm telling you, man, I've ran these experiments, bro. All you married guys are the same. You guys will take somebody's life, bro. Instead of you going out and being prepared, right? You'd rather go take somebody's life for your child. And you're going to reason and that's the reason you're using to do it. And I'm telling you right now, right? Like if you happen to take, one of my family members' lives, and then 2 months goes by and everything starts to go back normal, I'm just going to come find you, right? You see, unlike most black people, I'm not going to start some type of GoFundMe, and I'm not going to call the police either. I'm just going to come find you. So it's and it's not just me, right? This goes for anybody. Just think about if it was your family member, right? Just think about if it was me. Stuff like 2020 happened. Your brother is at home with his family. I decide that I'm hungry, and instead of me being prepared, I'm just gonna go and split everybody's wigs in your brother's family and take their stuff. Now, you're not gonna care what my reason was when things go back to normal. You're not gonna care what it is when it happened. You ain't gonna care what happened when things go back to normal. All you're gonna know is, hey, listen, I took somebody's life. Right? So you need to think about your morals, what you will, what you won't do. And you need to think about the people you keep around you. Okay? Listen when people talk, because people are going to tell you their true intentions. If you're hanging out with a bunch of people that are struggling, chances are they're going to be your biggest op. All right? If you're hanging out with a bunch of dudes that don't have any fucking integrity, they don't care about anybody else but themselves, all right? You got to be careful of these people. And last but not least, man, when things do go bad, right, you need to hope for the best. Because whatever plan you think you have, I listen to a lot of these gun tubers on the internet. And, I listen to a lot of their plans, and it's like, in my head, I'm like, bro, if you think that's going to work, man, good luck, bro. But then again, I don't think they believe it's going to work. They're just like every other YouTuber, and they're doing it for views. So, but yeah, man, like, we don't want to go to that type of environment, man. I don't want to go to an environment where, we got to all turn into savages and, start taking from each other. I'd rather us just all be fucking prepared, right? Take a little bit of time each month out of your day and spend a little bit of money each month on preparing, right? Again, it doesn't have to be what I get, right? There's cheaper options. This just so happens to be a lot of money because of when I originally was going to make this video. I don't know what the price is now. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's less, I don't know. But just take a little bit of time, man, out of your day, right? Each month, when you get a little bit of money, when you get paid, bro, hey, man, listen, we're gonna buy some water storage. Hey, we're gonna make water storage. Hey, we're gonna buy some food, or hey, we're gonna create a food bank, So, but yeah, man, I think that's all I got, bro. Yeah, again, man, I was supposed to make this video sooner, but kind of forgot. Or I did make the video, I deleted it, and I just never did it again. But yeah, man, I'm gonna upload this video. Yeah, man, so no need to put your plans in the comment section. Just make sure you have a plan, all right? And, if you got family members that don't have a plan, or maybe they don't want a plan, and if you truly care about them, maybe you're gonna have to prepare a little more. Okay, I got family members, that I may have to stack up a little more for. So yeah, man. But, making this video during good times, because, you don't want to wait until the end to start getting ready, right? You want to be ready. So, all right, that's all I got, man. Millennials, lead the way.